I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to get some kills using the F-16. Fastest, easiest to fly air-to-air superiority fighters in the game, possibly in the world. In reality, it's a good, relatively inexpensive alternative to the Strike Eagle, which is very costly to produce, and a pilot. It takes 2 pilots instead of 1. The F-16 is made for speed. It's basically a stripped-down motorcycle loaded up with a bunch of weapons and a little bit of sensor and an ejection seat in case it goes wrong. Got loaded up with AMRAAMs here, so that's anti-air for you. And we are going to take off. Put a master arm on before we forget. And taking off, runway 30. Figure out a way to get analog brakes. When it's a push button, it's a little rough. Okay, taking off, runway 30. As we're making our ascent here, we are gonna spawn mission.
Altitude.
Alright. We're just fucking playing. Thing is made for fun, all kinds of fun. Handle almost anything you throw at it. Only caveat being, you go below 250 knots, and if you're dogfighting, you're going to be in a little bit of pain. It's very sluggish below 250. Okay, got 2 MiGs, altitude 3200, range almost 70, bearing 148. Got them on the radar. Now, another thing about the F-16, it is voracious. It will guzzle gas as fast as you can throw it into the engine. As you see here, we're at 68,000 pounds of fuel per hour. There's no fuel tank big enough for this plane to do that. As you can see, my total fuel here is 5,400, so I'm going to burn out of that real fast at this rate. Upside being, higher you go, lower fuel consumption you have. And despite being quite the gas guzzler when it needs to be, you can cruise with the F-16 a little more fuel efficiently if you want. Plus, reasonable. It's actually very reasonable to stick 3 fuel bags on this aircraft. Yeah, you lose 2 hard points, but hey. You still have 6 for AMRAAMs. 4 of those hard points, I believe, you can support. I might be wrong about that. I think maybe only the inner pylon supports air to ground, but you've got enough to do your multi-role roll there. All right, we're coming up on the baddies here. They're still just outside my 40 range, so I am just going to keep hammering at it. Make sure my radar elevation here is about where we're at, And it looked me, lo and behold. I hard locked him for a second. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. MiG-25 could put up a fight, so we'll see. I believe they're still headed orthogonal to my bearing on them, so they don't know I exist yet. Or at least it appears that way. I just realized I was actually in RWS mode and I preferred TWS myself. So I'm trying to reacquire using TWS. It's a little bit harder. Here we go. Got one of them. This guy is, see, they always manage to get the sun in your face. They love doing that. Okay, looks like the circle's expanding. Try not to look directly into the sun so I can see this goddamn thing. And we are almost good to release. We are in range. Box 3 on that guy. Sounds like I'm at bingo fuel already. That's 2,000 pounds of fuel. That missile's gonna go Mad Dog and almost certainly hit him, so I need to get this MiG acquired and figured out. Looks like I got that other MiG with the I'm just gonna Mad Dog this guy. I don't think he was in the range. God darn it. Okay. Okay, that should acquire. It looks like it acquired him. And splash. Alright. He's out. And given that I'm at bingo fuel, 1,700 pounds. See our welcoming airfield right there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna land there. I can just figure out where it is. It looks like Kutaisi. So we'll go with
Kutaisi in field 1-1 inbound.
Just circle around, bleed off some kinetic energy here. It is.
In field 1-1, request landing.
Bleed off a little bit more here. 350. Final approach. Gear is down. Just need to keep this guy. I think there's a crosswind, so I am going to try and counteract that. Of course, it's definitely strong. Okay. Contact, alright. Air brakes out. Wheel brakes out. Alright. Nose wheel steering. Shouldn't turn on yet. Looks like we made it. Low fuel, but this usually should be the goal anyways. Alright. And that was just how quick and easy it is to have a lot of fun in the F-16. Have a good one.